So this automatic sunshade was sent to me. Let's go ahead and build it together. Okay, so let's talk about this PAL&SAM windshield sunshade. It comes with its manual. It actually comes with its own screwdriver, the hooks, everything you need to set it up. It's a retractable sunshade that goes into your car. You don't need to drill or anything. It actually hooks onto your sun visor, and that's how it stays. And then this is the button, of course, to retract it. So one thing that I recommend before even starting to hook this up is actually going to your car to make sure that it does fit. You want to make sure that this width is the correct width for your windshield. It could be longer or too short. So you just want to make sure. If it's too short, I'm sure you could sort of manage with it. But if it's too long, it's really not going to fit. So I'm going to show you how to measure it before we start. Okay, so to measure it in your car to make sure it fits before you start the installation, you do just want to have it right on top here. You see from that corner straight to this corner. So now that you saw how to measure it and you have the perfect one, another thing to note, since the sun visor is probably not going to be able to open and close as you're used to, I think it's worth it just because you're getting a retractable sunshade. So let's go ahead and start putting it together. Again, it comes with its instructions, extra pins, and its own screwdriver. So that's all you need to assemble this. We're first going to unscrew this. These two screws to take this top part off. This is going to come back once it's inside the car in the by the visor. All right, so now that that part is off, we want to hook the bracket to the sunshade. We're going to go ahead and put this inside here, and then we're going to actually loosen this a little bit so that this can come down. And then you're going to see this little metal piece here, this screw, and we're going to screw this in. Screw it tight, but you don't want it overly tight. This should be able to hook just like this. So let's go ahead and do the other side. Right, so that piece is off. So let's go hook the bracket together with the sunshade once again. Loosen it a little bit, push it in. There you go. You still should be able to do this. Right? Perfect. So let's now take this to the car and we're going to hook these brackets onto the visor and then hook this up. So the next part is to put these brackets on to your visor. This is just going to hook while we clip it on, and then we're going to be able to remove that. So don't worry that it doesn't close. Okay, so what you need to make sure over here is that this is hooked onto this. Once you open your visor, you do have the hook right here, and this is going to be able to expand, and we're going to clip it onto here with the first part that we did take off. You do want to make sure that this red is on the driver's side, so your side, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. As a reminder, this part does pull up and down, so you are going to have space to go ahead and hook it right there. As you can see, it does pull. Okay, so now we're going to screw these. Just keep in mind that you do have where it says left and right. So we're going to start with the driver's side. So this is left. You can see it is screwed just like that. You don't want it too far in. I'm going to screw this more, but you see how it fits? This is how it should align, just like that. So it's going to be hooking onto this part right here. Now that we have both of those hooked up, let's take these off. Keep in mind, see how low this is? We can go ahead and adjust this as it does move, so that this could come up some more, and then we just tighten it. So to pull down the sunshade, we're just going to hold this part right here, and there you go. And you have an automatic sunshade, totally blocking your car. Now to retract it, we're just going to press this red button and it comes straight up. And as you can see, this part here does not block your rearview mirror or anything like that. You could open this, but it does stop to a point right there, as you can see. And this is how it looks like from the outside. You can't really see in except for the very close edges. It is white or silver reflective on the outside, and then inside is black.